very privileged and honored to talk on this wonderful subject, treatment of autoimmune disorders and how we can understand their prognosis. Ayurveda is a wonderful science that everybody knows nowadays. Ayurveda tells us how to connect with the universal energies. So, such a wonderful platform, VivekTalks. I am privileged and I'm thankful. I greet all my audience, wonderful audience today we have here, who are here and to listen to this topic. So, Ayurveda, let's go to the next slide. Why Ayurveda? I will come back to the previous slides because it is very important to tell the audience why we should adopt Ayurveda and what is the uniqueness and wisdom hidden in this wonderful science. It is a science of prevention. It is the only science which tells us that the diseases can be prevented. We are more focused on prevention of the diseases rather than only the treatment. So 90% of the time we are talking about we can prevent this disease and we can live for 100 years without any diseases, without any imbalances, because Ayurveda believes in balancing the energies of the body. So the focus is on prevention of any sickness. The aim of Ayurveda is to protect the health of the healthy people, so one can live longer life. It is science of wholesomeness. The whole universe belongs to us and we belong to the universe. We are part of the universe. This shloka, this verse in Ayurveda says, Purnamada, Purnamida, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaaya, Purnameva Vishishyate. If you take the whole from the whole is made from the whole, and the whole is also whole, and we are also whole. And that is also complete. This is also complete. So the universal energy is formed by the divine energy. So this is the wonderful explanation given in Ayurveda that we belong to this universe and this universe belongs to us. We have a deep connection with the universe. Visargadan vikshepe som surya anla yatha dhayanti jagdevam kafpit anlastata. This is another example given in this verse that we are connected with the universe, we are part of this universe. The whole universe made up of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air and space, and we are the representative of those, or the amalgamation of those 5 elements in different ratios and proportions. And vata, air and fire together, the earth and water together makes kapha, and the fire makes the pitta, and the air and space makes vata. So these 3 energies, they are representing these 5 elements, and the 6th element is the soul. So this is very unique concept. It's the ancient wisdom in Ayurveda, and this wisdom should be shared with everybody in the whole world. And once we share it with the doctors, and they will be able to understand that it is not important to go for naming of the diseases. It is important to go for the balancing of the energies. Once you balance the energies with the yoga, with medicines, with the natural living, we are also connected with the seasonal changes. We are affected by the seasonal changes. We are affected by the daily regimes. We are affected by the day and night. So these things, they affect our energies, and these leads to imbalances in the energies, and this way we can, once we balance this, we can cure even difficult to treat diseases. This is another wonderful aspect of Ayurveda. It says it is a science without any side effects. So allopathy, whatever you use, it is having some sort of side effects. But in Ayurveda, Prayoge Shamed Vyadi Yona Niyam Duryat Nasub Shuddh Shuddhastu Shamed Na Kopet, means it is producing no side effects. So it is science of balance. Once you balance the doshas, then disease is gone. So it doesn't matter whatever syndrome it is, whatever disease it is, whatever complicated name it has been given. So basically, if you follow those simple principles of Vata, Pitta and Kapha, and if you know the diet and lifestyle which can balance those doshas, then you can definitely cure very difficult diseases also. So in my practice, I have been practicing in Europe, in America, and India also, and I am seeing very difficult to treat cases. And I am seeing wonderful results with very simple things, very simple medicines. Prognosis prognosis meaning how the disease is going to affect you in the future. What is the outcome? For example, if you are diagnosed with cancer, how long you are going to live? This is a very vague term. In sometimes it is said that you are going to live for only 1 month. Nowadays, many doctors, you go to doctor, the doctor say just 1 month, you are left with 1 month. But many people they live for 20 years, 25 years. I have seen myself. So it is very important to know whether this disease is going to kill a person or going to harm a person or cripple a person. So it is very detailed description is mentioned in Ayurveda about the prognosis, that is called sadhya sadhyata in Sanskrit. So how we can know the prognosis of a disease, how we can understand whether this disease is easily treatable or whether it is incurable, whether it is difficult to cure. So when the disease, the symptoms or the tissues, they are not so strong, they are easily treatable, and there are less causes, less prodromal symptoms, less clinical features, and only one part or one dosha is imbalanced, or the direction of the dosha imbalance is only one side, and certain other parameters are there. We can categorize any disease into easily treatable disorder. So we can easily treat that disease. There are certain diseases where there are two doshas involved, where there is same time, same dosha, same prakriti. Then the disease becomes difficult to treat. It is called Krich Roga. Sometimes the disease is only manageable. It cannot be treated. It cannot be cured. That is called Yapya Roga. Means it is a palliation method. You just need to give the medicine. The patient has to take the medicine for lifelong. And there are certain incurable diseases, certain category of incurable diseases is there. Next, please. There are many ways in Ayurveda mentioned how to know the prognosis. As I told you, knowing the dosha, knowing the tissue involvement, knowing the gati of the doshas, or how much symptoms are there, how many tissues are involved, and also some other ways is appearance of certain life-threatening symptoms. They can also be understood to know the prognosis of the disease. This is a very important topic today. I am going to raise this issue from the platform of VivekTalks because it is going to be heard all over India, maybe all over the world. So, in India, this Drug and Magic Remedies Act is working. Is it working for the benefit of Ayurveda or is it killing Ayurveda? Because this restrains many practitioners, many Ayurveda doctors to talk about difficult to treat disorders. For example, if there is some patient suffering from serious disorders, serious issues, then these acts which were actually applicable to modern medicine, but they have been implemented to Ayurveda medicine also. There are certain diseases which are described in Magic Remedies Act. We cannot claim that we can cure them. Tuberculosis, it is curable, even in modern medicine. This act is for the modern medical system, but this is applied to Ayurveda also. This should not be applied to Ayurveda. This should be applied to only modern medical system, because there are methods of diagnosis in Ayurveda is different. Method of prognosis in Ayurveda is entirely different. So there should be a separate act. This act needs amendment. That only those diseases which are written as asadhya in Ayurveda should be under this new Ayurvedic Magic Remedies Act rather than this Magic Remedy Act. This should be amended. So this is my appeal to all the stakeholders in the government or all the Ayurvedic doctors who to raise the voice and make the amendment in this Drug and Magic Remedies Act. Otherwise, we won't be able to cure the patients. We won't be able to treat the patient with Ayurveda because Ayurveda is working at the cellular level, at the dosha level, at balancing the dosha and curing the disease. And when the government says, the law says you cannot tell anybody, even despite you are having clinical evidence, despite you are having clinical data, still you cannot claim that you can cure the disease. There are several autoimmune disorders which are treatable, which are by Ayurveda. I have in my clinical experience so many diseases called ulcerative colitis, ITP, psoriasis, and once they are cured, the patient is cured forever. Doesn't come back. It is the ulcerative colitis is known as Raktatisar in Ayurveda. When there is too much involvement of pitta and there is atisar, there is a diarrhea and too much blood is there, and such symptoms are found in this inflammatory bowel disease, and many doctors they are recommending similar type of steroids and immunosuppressant medicines, and the patient is coming to Ayurvedic doctors again and again, and the patient is not cured. But in Ayurveda, using Ayurvedic medicines, I have seen practically so many patients getting healed, getting cured. We have the clinical data with us. We have all the patient records. So even the patient testimonials at the YouTube channels, so they can be checked and verified. Simple herbs like Kutaja, Bel, Arjuna, Durva, Lajvanti, they are excellent to stop the bleeding. There are certain formulations, even Dhootapapeshwar has wonderful herbs. I am using Kutajaparpati Vati from the Dhootapapeshwar. I am using Raktastambhak Vati. Raktastambhak Vati is very good for to stop the bleeding in ulcerative colitis. Kutajaparpati is to stop the diarrhea. So I am using regularly in my patients. I think at least 1,000 bottles every month I am using. So Jahar Mora Pishti also I am using. Recently, Dhootapapeshwar launched Jahar Mora Pishti tablets, also Kairva Pishti tablets. So these are the classical medicines, and they are working very good in to stop the bleeding in the this pitta imbalance diseases like ulcerative colitis. There is another pitta imbalance disease that is called ITP or idiopathic thrombocytopenic purpura. It is another autoimmune disorder where the platelet count they don't go up. According to modern medical system, the cause is unknown. It is idiopathic. Maybe drugs, maybe some chemical reactions, maybe some vaccines. But according to Ayurveda, it is because of the pitta in the blood. Too much pitta aggravating food or dietary habits or pitta prakriti, that is usually the cause of, and that triggers autoimmune reaction and that leads to this rakta. So we have again, I am using Dhootapapeshwar's Jahar Mora Pishti tablets and this Kamdudaras tablets, Kairva Pishti tablets. Certain herbs like which are having cooling effects like Giloy, Yashti Madhu, Ashwagandha I have seen doing wonderful in this disease. Although it is usually I am not giving for too much pitta disorder, but it is anabolic, just like a steroid. So Ashwagandha is doing good for ITP. Durva I am using to stop the bleeding. Lajvanti, some symptomatic treatment is also given to stop the bleeding. Vasaka is there to stop the rakta, to stop the bleeding. And certain formulation like I have seen good results by Kumar Kalyan Ras in children when they are suffering from this ITP, Swarm Sanmati Ras, Indat Rasayana, and Kamduda Ras with the pulse. Psoriasis is another condition. It is in Ayurveda it is kept under category of Japya Roga, means difficult to treat or manageable. But in my practice, I have seen that we have converted Yapya Rogas or difficult to treat illnesses into Sadhya Rogas. Practically, when the patient is free from the disease and if the disease is not coming back for many years and he is still living the normal lifestyle and that is called cured. So in my clinical practice I have seen psoriasis patient being cured, colitis patient being cured, ITP patient being cured permanently, and certain other autoimmune disorders. Patients like nephrotic syndrome and scleroderma. Scleroderma is manageable. It is difficult to treat and it is yapya, it is palliable. And how we treat the psoriasis? Very simple formulation using herbs like manjistha, khadira, Dhootapapeshwar, sariga, gutki, and other formulations like kamduda ras. All the pitta balancing Ayurvedic medicine. Panchakula is working wonderful. Virechan is usually given, Maradu Virechan or Puna Virechan is the principle. So we are using these gutki and other. Sometimes even trifla is also very useful. Aloe vera juice is also very useful. Gulu Tiktam Kashayam is also good. And this Gulu Grit is also good. So whatever the name of the disease, in Ayurveda it is mentioned, Vikarana Krishna na jirit kayate, na hi sarve vikarana, namastu durvastiti. Means it is not possible to name the disease. Don't be scared. The Vaidya should not be scared of the syndrome, name of the syndrome. The doctor should just worry, Ayurvedic Vaidya should worry only about balancing the doshas. So once the doshas are balanced, and then the disease should go away. So you should not be scared. Thank you very much.